back. And welcome back to game number three, everybody. On this one, it is so we have on light side. We just talked about him we just talked about him, so I figure, why not put him on? We've got Benji Chu versus our former world champion Phil Aasen.
And Phil
Phil,
going first order, but not starting the Jakku and Kylo effect. And Benji's looking like that's a Ray Saga deck.
that is. That's why I picked it.
So I'm liking this. And Benji held up his end. He said, "You'll get to see my deck when I'm undefeated
When
on
he's
stream."
undefeated, he's
So,
undefeated.
I mean, I can't even be mad at the kid. So this is awesome. This will be an interesting match because Ray Saga with that early Falcon, Ray Saga can at least threaten first order a little bit. Like they can
Yeah.
he can worry Phil, and take the
I
track
mean, if
fleet and move it in front of the Falcon and say, "Come get me,"
I'm going to say this, if
and
I'm
move
Phil,
around a little
I'm
bit with it.
worried. I'm worried anyways.
I mean, it's Benji.
Like
You've got to
it's
be a little
Benji.
worried.
It's Benji.
There's never a time to not be worried. Sounds like Chris is doing some announcements real quick. I think probably some of the housekeeping, figuring out lunch, and there'll be a lunch break after this round. So after this round, we'll have probably a slightly longer break. Might actually be a good time to stop the stream just so people can catch up on it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I know we've kind of done that both ways a little bit and played with it. But yeah, so we've got
So,
first order reigns. It's a 3 effect start. So he's got the Kylo the Kylo effect plus Bow and Galactic Navy. So let's see how it's going. I think this might be is a bunch of Team Five on this same build, or is it?
so to I will not spoiler it.
Okay, I know Hayes and I chatted a little bit yesterday, and he said yeah they were spending a bunch of time, and they came up with one of their decks was a late. It took them, you know, till just a few hours. It took them a bunch of testing, and they spent a bunch of time in the tank. Did he open hand the finalizer?
I
Yeah,
think he
I
did.
think he did.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 3 blue cards in that open hand. That seems solid. And there's
I mean, getting
Benji pulling Kef gear.
three of them is not the best,
I mean, you want either a ship or a pilot, and
but yeah, getting multiple of them, especially at the finalizer, you don't want to see the finalizer because it's
yeah,
easily to be pulled. So you want that extra card that you're probably not going to see.
yep.
But
So,
again, like you said, seeing what I'm gonna
and he's
assume
got
the supremacy.
6 to work with. I feel like the supremacy might be in there. Uh, um, I saw 1 blue card in his deck.
Yeah,
There's 2 more blue
us too.
cards.
So I'm thinking is Kylo shuttle supremacy's finalizer,
Maybe Night
uh,
Buzzard, Full Matrix, and
steadfast,
Steadfast.
steadfast, and then the fulminatrix. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen anybody ever play the night buzzard yet.
MHT played it against me during the OCS.
Okay, I stand corrected, but MHT is
So
also MHT. He's a special kind of person.
yeah, no, he we saw that, and Phil's figuring out like doing the early game, like okay, what am I looking for here? And you end up doing a lot of like, okay, go through your deck 3 or 4 times, or definitely during my game against B Fred in the team event was on stream with zero commentary, and there's definitely a few times where I'm like, hey, I'm looking for 3 or 4 things, and then both of us were like, oh, I forgot to check for something, but I was just in there. Do you mind if I double check? And some of that is we've been friends for a long time, and we both know where we're going with this
And B
game.
Fred's
And
just a classy guy.
yeah, and that's part of it. Like B Fred is good people, and B Fred is B Fred. And there we see 6 for. He did open hand the supremacy, which is good. He must not
Hmm.
have had Micta, or he didn't want to deploy.
I mean, the supremacy has built-in immunity. It has 4 pilots already, so you
Yeah,
really
you're
don't
fully
need
immune.
it.
You don't need it. But
The only thing is, I want to say that the First Order Navy does reduce the cost a little bit more, but
yeah, but the
I could
first
be
order
wrong.
navy you get that either way. You don't need to use first order navy to get the minus. You get the minus either way. It's just the first order navy allows you to pull them. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying, Catwell. Is I expected Lieutenant Forfeit Six to get pulled, and he wasn't.
I like how he doesn't even have a name to you at this point.
He is and always will be Lieutenant Tambris, or potentially Lieutenant Tambris' stunt double.
Okay.
So
And yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying though. He deployed -1, -2 to Dakar. You don't need to have. It's not like Alert My Star Destroyer V where they get they
yeah,
get that. It's on top. So yeah, I see
you
what
can
that's saying.
do
Okay.
it either way. It's you know. We see Benji had Luke Rebellion's Hope. He showed for a minute there and then put back in his deck like with best star pilot. So he's pulling best star pilot to pull Polis Massa. Grabbing a couple more sites here. I think we're going to see another Kef Beer puller. And then,
Oh my gosh. So uh, so if you're not watching the secondary stream, I would suggest you tune in right now, only because Scott's sleeves are amazing.
oh, Scott's on the
Thank you, Wayne.
secondary stream.
Yes, it's
I
Scott on the secondary stream for Sam's right now. It is Sam or Scott Lingrell on Dark Side versus Hayes Hunter on Light Side.
oh nice.
And I want to say that both players are undefeated.
I believe they are. So I'm comfortable that Hayes probably is. So
However, no. Okay, so I'm just going to say this: both players are at table 21.
oh wow. So maybe they're not. I know
You know what it is?
Hayes.
You know why? I picked Hayes, Anthony Howard, and Chris Wirfs as my fantasy team. So
Oh.
unfortunately, if you pick Hayes, Howard, and Wirfs, uh, you're going to lose. I am the official kiss of death.
Yeah, they were done on table 21. That might be both 1-1 because I know Hayes is at least one win because
Yes,
he
yeah,
beat our
Hayes.
teammate Pat Johnson
Yeah,
earlier. So yeah, Benji just set everything up and he says, "All right, come on back to that's to or is that crate? Yeah, crate that he's got it at." And we saw he's got an Anakin. He
yeah.
might be deciding, "Hey, I'm gonna make a run
I
at
think
you in space." Like,
Benji's at a good spot. Like Anakin in space. I mean, the Binary Laser, or the Binary Laser, the Supremacy has pretty good immunity.
well, it's
It
fully
is
immune
fully,
at with the tracked fleet. So
yes, yeah.
there
And
we see. I have no idea what that.
that is the Steadfast.
Okay, is that one of the
That's
alt
an AI.
foils? Nice.
Yeah, I believe that's an alt foil from. Looks like it's one of the foils from the European crew.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
And there's the
And
sand, which
that's an important
oh,
card. Oh, Decree and Hossian Prime.
I mean the decree that looks like it's non-V decree, which is interesting. I think Hassian
Oh
Prime.
no, no, Decree non V is really good because if all Phil has to do is just stack, like I don't think Benji is going to be able to challenge Phil if he just stacks one of the two great sites.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
And
more.
then it's really difficult to challenge this first order deck in space just because they have such high power.
Yeah, it's more. I don't know if Benji's relying on that many drain bonuses particularly. Like, yeah, he's
Yeah,
got the Ray with the saber, but he wants her attacking.
yeah. Um,
So Benji
I
activates.
don't.
I'm not sure what he's trying to pull here. Like,
He can. So with the he can pull the epic event, the Be With Me,
oh,
or what the
yeah,
Legend epic event with his Ray effect.
yep, okay. So
I
he missed
This is
the
actually
pull.
something. Yeah, I will say
This is
like
fun
this
to
is something
watch.
I've looked at. Yeah, I've actually played a little bit of Ray Saga right before once this new set came out, like all the helper cards came out, just because it seems like it is kind of a fun deck. Is it tier one? No, but in a player like a Benji Chu, I can see it being a pretty good deck.
Yeah, and Benji knew I mean, had to know First Order was a deck he was going to be facing. So I'd imagine he thinks he's got an answer as we see Phil dropping the there is no try as he sees Benji who's running some Sense Alter.
Hmm.
And there's a 3PO, and we'll probably see that little droid doing his thing.
I expect like to see some both droids. Maybe like I wouldn't be surprised to see if Benji's playing R2 Brave Little Droid just because he does have such high space presence in his deck.
Yeah,
And the fact that you could just like cycle a six, cancel Destiny up in space is pretty good.
we don't actually have assigned sides of the table in terms of who's light and who's dark. Like, I understand what you're
We should.
saying here, but yeah, we might want to.
Um,
We can talk about that. Like, I
the
could
Brooding
add
Road.
the, like,
So we're
dark
gonna
side is
we're
always on
actually
that side.
yeah, we're working on actually improving some of the stream setup as well. So, uh, unfortunately, I just had a lot of stuff come up recently, and we're working on like more a little bit better of a setup. That's something that we're going to come out into play at the next, hopefully for the next major. So if you got any like recommendations, let me know. That'd be great. I'm always any constructive criticism as long as it's constructive. Please let me know. I'm more than willing to listen to anything anybody has to say.
I'm pretty sure everything I say is constructive, and I'm not
No,
interested in the dark
no.
side of the table is underneath. No, I see what he's saying. Like, Benji right now is on the top when we have the thing that says dark side Phil Aasen. And I can see we could do, yeah, dark side's always on the one side of the table, so it corresponds with the name. That seems like an easy enough fix to.
But then you have a player like, oh, I don't know, somebody I'm not going to say. Uh, then you have a player who's just like, I don't want to sit on that side of the table.
I mean, that does sound like something I would do just to petulantly mess with people,
Yes,
but
100%.
I don't
That's
think
why
I
I wanted to
would.
say.
In this case, I think I would be a. I would acknowledge that, hey, there's a reason for this. Like,
Uh-huh. And then
I'm all
you'd
right
be
with that.
grumpy about it.
I'm gonna be grumpy anyways. That's a whole separate conversation. So it looks like Phil's doing some counting and figuring stuff out as he figures out what Benji can do there in terms of activation. We see the unsalvageable in there. I like that.
That's a solid card.
It
Um,
cancels out of commission, which is can be really obnoxious. Like, you don't want your
mhm.
Dolphin or your repeating walkers and stuff thrown out of commission. And if you beat them down in space to the point where they lose their guys and then have to, try and reconstruct on an empty starship, you're just like, nope, we'll just blow up that starship. I like that card in there a whole bunch. Phil's deciding, like, I think he got to deploy something here, I think. Benji's moved the fleet now twice, so he's going to be out of moves pretty quick in terms of that. So what is Phil spending two?
Um,
Uh,
moving.
well, the supremacy would move for free. No, he's deploying.
Oh, Kylo runs shuttle.
Yep, Kylo shuttle to put another thing, and then that'll pull Kylo. Yep. So we see the. I'm gonna go land Kylo, and I wonder if he's gonna do the spread. And there's Kylo's saber. Wonder if he's gonna do the spread. Keep one ship at Dakar, move one to Crate, and just say, I don't care what you do with the tracked fleet. I'm free in it here. Although spreading that out feels. That's sand.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they got stacked on sand. So, and there's
Uh,
the.
so a side note, I know I know this community is really big in it within itself and everything. I don't know if anybody really likes to pay attention to Star Wars Unlimited, but good friend, former player Lee Edwards is currently on stream for the Portland sector qualifier right now. So if you're interested in watching that, it is available. I'm not going to tell you where to go just because it is a rival game. But again, just friend of the game and former player, really good guy. Lee is on stream.
You mean Lee Edwards, who was a Advocate Award winner a year ago for building the
Yes,
uh, the Holocron app
yeah,
for iPhone that I've been using to look up cards all weekend? That Lee Edwards?
that Lee Edwards.
Well, good for Lee Edwards. I know, we've obviously there's another Star Wars game. We don't talk about it a lot, but
Oh,
there are a lot of
maybe.
players who, have played both and are playing both, and we've got some, there's at least one Hall of Famer for Star Wars CCG there as well. So we've got a lot of good things going on there, and I'm glad to see Lee's doing well and having fun. So we see the Supremacy there, move to crate, or moved from crate to car, get the activation of two, and then the Steadfast follows. I think that might have just been what we were talking about, where you got to give Benji some amount of credit between best star pilot and the Falcon already being out there. Like, there is a chance he can just drop on you in space, and that's not ideal. Like, that's the one thing with First Orders. The space can be really strong, but it can be a little bit fragile, and if you start losing ships, you don't have enough to recover them. So I like the Kylo. I think that's the new Kylo, isn't it? With his saber
Uh, yes, that is
at the
the. I
salt
believe
caverns.
that is an AI. I believe you get that for winning some events.
Oh,
So
so yeah,
and
that's why I've never seen it.
wow,
Oh,
I think I have three of them.
okay, well, we're not talking about you. I don't know why you think we're talking about you here. And there we see the Be With Me. We're gonna see Speak to pull the JCC. It looks like Best Star Pilot to pull Luke on Red 5. And Benji's not going after
Why would you?
space. And there's Jin Urso undercover at Kylo's site.
I mean, that's only a drain of one there. Actually, no. Uh,
No,
no,
that'd
it
be a
is a
drain
drain
of
of one.
it'd be a drain of
No,
3
what up in
at the
space?
site. No,
Oh, at
space
the
you don't
site, yeah,
care. It's
yeah. No, no. Like space, it's only a drain of one.
and we saw the 3PO into Menace Fades, which I like.
Oh
Like, you
yeah.
may be able to keep Menace Fades in effect,
It's gonna
especially if
be.
Hosian Prime's not in
Yeah, I
play.
was just about to say that.
Like,
Like
if you can keep
Hansi and
him from
Prime,
battling, Hosian Prime's always going to be there.
yeah, but what are the chances you actually keep him from not battling?
I don't know. Like, that Luke plus Red 5 is not the easiest thing
No, no,
for Phil to deal with. He's fully immune. Luke's going to add a Destiny to power.
or attrition.
Like, that's not nothing. Like, that starts
And
to add up kind of quick.
we haven't seen the Falcon, so at that point, it's just like,
Yeah, like that's the second thing is all of a sudden you go like, oh well, here's Han, Chewie, and the Falcon, and now I'm drawing two and a
well, no,
fully
no,
immune ship, and
It wouldn't be Hanchi in the Falcon.
well, it'd be Solo plus Chewie on the Falcon.
Plus, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There you
it's
go.
because the Falcon is stacked on the Ray site. Like
Yes.
we were all talking about the same thing. It was just
One of us was right. One of us was wrong.
there was a miscommunication. I knew what I was talking about. It's
Nobody
not
else
the
did.
card Han, Chewie, and the Falcon. It's Han, it's Chewie, it's the Falcon.
If you're
That
gonna
all
say it,
counts.
you say it right. You don't want to confuse the viewers.
No one is confused except you. They all knew what I was talking about.
As we see, there's Captain Phasma coming down. I believe Phil's going to be looking for either like a comm scan or something to get rid of Jin Urso here.
Yeah, that's the play right now, and like it's interesting. It means he really didn't have anyone else to deploy because
Mhm.
Phasma, you know, using that bow pull that early is All right. So he did have someone else he was going to put down. He just didn't.
I think he might have actually pulled to get the the trooper.
Oh, that could be. And there's the Utaguta
Oh,
solo
Uta
to break
Guta.
her cover.
Yeah, yeah. And
Oh.
Benji's like, what does that card do?
Light side is Ray Saga.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
Like
sure
that.
Benji
It's
knows what Utaguta solo does. And there's the sense.
the sense,
And he
and
got it.
he's success. Oh
But he
wait,
does have to
he was
lose
checking.
two.
Yeah, he was checking to see if it was his immune to sense there. I'm
Yep.
assuming the fact that he drew the Ezra Bridger there was huge.
Yeah, because Luke's ability 4, like, it was not a gimme.
Yeah.
So,
Marines, please tell me you're not driving in the vehicle currently. I don't want any I don't want any dangerous things to happen because Garrett's face is distracting you.
look, not everyone can be as man pretty as I am, and if he's willing to take that risk, who am I to say no? But yeah, please
Well,
don't be driving on the,
oh my God, I want that. That's
oh, those
beautiful.
notebooks. Yeah, those look really nice. And so, there we see
Not even sadder.
getting the final move over. Yep, and
Yeah,
Phil
moves
is
to crate.
taking no chances in space. He's not just leaving the supremacy
Yeah.
with Lieutenant Forfeit Fodder on it as because you've got no immunity.
No,
Forfeit Fodder's only
it does have some immunity.
the steadfast.
The steadfast does not. So the steadfast
Yeah,
does have some
the
immunity. The
supremacy moving over is
supremacy
fine.
does.
Supremacy is still fully immune until the tracked fleet is gone, and then it's immune to less than like 10.
So
But
the
it's
first
more the
order lieutenant.
steadfast. If you drop on it, would be like, oh,
Yeah.
I drew a 4. Your ship go boom.
Yeah, so the Lieutenant Dolfed Mitka does get used. He's mostly used as a means to pull the supremacy or another first order ship in this deck.
Yeah,
So it's like the butter uh, robot meme. What is my purpose? Your purpose is to pull a ship.
yeah. No, he's. So we see Ray going down and oh, misses the
Misses
saber pull, which I
yeah,
feel
but
like he had to know was happening. And
and the saber's right there.
yep.
Uh, there's Anakin.
Are we gonna see the
Uh,
Menace Fades and Ahsoka? And they're at the Salt Flats,
yeah.
which is also good because it puts it in a little more trouble for like Phil now has to move there to go to the Salt Flats because that's the site that really
Which
matters.
yeah, which other lieutenant?
And even better, so First Order Reign says while Kylo occupies, you need to have two guys to drain. Red 5 gets around that because Red
Mhm.
5 says you can drain no matter what the opponent's objective. So Luke alone on Red 5 is still draining there. And there the fleet goes boom. And Benji loses a couple cards and he's fine with that. But
So I
he's
don't think
got
there is an actual Marines. I don't think there is an actual other first order lieutenant, or unless it's a
yeah,
LT.
I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
who
hold. Oh, the pilot. No, I don't think I've ever seen anybody play him yet.
uh I've seen him in a couple first order decks. He's kind of card 61, but he's a first order pilot and there's only so many of them.
Hmm.
So he's on the borderline. I don't think he's great, but he's on the
Yeah,
borderline. I think I played him in at Nationals in Columbus
and that's why you
because
went 5-3.
he's you need bodies sometimes, and he's a warm body. So
Yeah.
that's I like
Oh my
what Benji's
gosh.
doing right here, though. Like Benji's saying,
Yeah.
fine, you right now you're literally draining for two, and I'm draining for more.
Yeah.
Like I like Benji's plan. Benji's setting some stuff up, and I think Phil's going for a sight and missing. And I don't know that he's got anyone that he's going to want to. Like, I don't know that you want to first order Navy and try and go into Luke. Like, that just feels like that's got bad idea written all over it. Mr. Tartag. He actually prefers to go by Mr. The One. Just, if you're trying to acknowledge Dan, he likes that honorific a little bit more. And there's the I've lost our 2 on. Did he miss? Oh, no, he got it. That's a 3. So I had to draw greater than 2. That guy's a 3. So he's got I've lost R2. So Luke's not going anywhere, although I could
No,
absolutely
but
see an
Luke
R2
can get
brave little
jumped.
droid.
Yeah,
I mean, is that where he's going with this? He's going to try and jump Luke
yeah,
with the
I think so.
finalizer, and
I think you just move all three ship or all your ships over there and just jump
yeah,
Luke. Like I would.
and yeah, I mean that might be your thing. You want to shut off Menace Fades,
Mhm. Well, no,
and
you. Well, maybe you do that. Like right now, it's the fact that Jin's down there that doesn't do enough. But okay,
so there's the
finalizer.
finalizer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, throwing it to Dakar to get the extra -1. Oh no,
Or no.
yeah, first
Well, it would
order
be
Navy.
-2. It would be -2 to the car.
Yeah, it's an extra -1, but if he's not going to move it from Dakar, he's gonna. Well, he's not going to get Decree in play right now. Like you're not trying to set up Decree.
No, decree. Well, yeah, I was gonna say decree's not in play.
Yeah, Decree's stacked. So
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised.
I mean, although honestly, there's like a lot of good battle tricks for dark side space right now. They've shut off the main reactors really good. Gravity Shadow, obviously. Lateral damage.
And there's
I've
PV
lost
on the
R2.
finalizer, and I mean the other side of it is we could actually have Phil just saying, "I don't need to jump Luke. Luke is draining for 1 and doing functionally nothing else.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to walk into here's Han plus Chewie plus the Falcon. Here's a spin, and now you're losing 2 or 3 things.
Yeah. I
Like you
mean,
just go
you
fine.
might.
Luke gets to drain for 1. I don't care.
Yeah. The other thing is like if Luke's there by, like you said, that's a move. The other thing is he could easily be waiting to get like a lateral damage to do it. So that way,
Or
just the
Phil's
powers.
just
Or
completely
Phil is
ignoring.
Phil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he says he didn't want to pay the bonus to deploy to Polis Massa, so he's already going to pay to
I
move.
wouldn't.
So he
Yeah.
just deploys them there, and all right. Yep.
That's a lot of power. And that's
That
kind of
that's
scary. Yeah, movement does cost +1 there. And
okay.
deployment, I believe.
So then you didn't really. Well, I guess you would have saved 1 force in the move by taking the -2 to Jakar. No, you don't save
Or
anything. I
no.
oh yeah, I don't know. That's oh, and we see oh he leaves the shuttle. Not sure what the shuttle does being left at there. It stops the supremacy from getting the bonus, and you still don't get a +1 because you don't have 2 first order characters there. So all right,
Well, I
well
mean, yeah.
there we see Phil dropping resistance and secret plans, so he's now busted on shields.
Unless she's
And
playing a cold feet.
yeah, but then he'd have to play it. And Benji's got to figure out what he's doing here. So we see the poker chips come down. That's, you see the poker chips, you see the notebooks on the table. These are the in person prizes. Like, as a game that's been out of print forever, we don't get a lot of 2 6s off the top to that drain. We don't necessarily do a lot of stuff with physical cards anymore. It's hard to get physical card prizes, so we
Yeah.
do a lot of things
AIs.
like this where it's AIs and it's cool things like that notebook looks cool. The poker chips are always fun to have. So there we see Solo on the Falcon junkyard, whatever, and the barrier, which, okay. Oh, and we grab the barrier. There's Scoundrel Lando up there as well. Are we also going to see a Padme? I mean, I see the Padme. Does he have enough force to deploy her and keep Lando alive? And maybe not.
Yeah, I think that's where he's at. Like right now, is like he's just low on the force for to do everything.
Yeah, he's running a little lower on force, but he's got the We're Doomed in hand as well. And Phil hasn't. I mean, he hasn't played anything yet. Yeah, Scott does stuff like that, and the games.
Yeah.
Some of those are harder to come by now. Like we gave away a lot of those early on, and
Oh
those
yeah.
are getting harder and harder to come by. And we're really doing live events now are as much about the experience and the hanging out with your friends and the doing stuff
Mm.
as they are everything else. Like Benji's got a whole pile of cards in hand, but he does not have enough.
And thank you, VHD.
He doesn't have a ton in. He doesn't have a ton of cards down, and we see he loses the EOP. What the?
Benji's just Benji's just throwing around his stuff.
What in
Like,
the heck is an EOP doing? The fact that I can identify it as an EOP, when
uh,
ridden by Amidala in a battle, adds one battle destiny. Okay,
and here we go. Sniper at or sniper dark strike at Jin
so we see
in
the
the control
three,
phase.
and there's the
Oof.
handle to stop it. And yeah, that Jin is putting in work. Like Benji lost two from the sense on the Uta, which was fine,
Yeah.
but the rest of it, like Jin is putting in serious work because that two was what one drain would have been, and now Jin has
Yeah.
saved him a bunch of
Yeah.
force. That's
I mean, the drain there is pretty big.
yeah, no,
Like,
that would be. I mean, if he can keep Menace Fades in effect, the drain's not a big deal, but I don't think he's going to keep Menace Fades
I
in
don't think he
effect,
can. Yeah, I don't think he can at this point.
and that's out of play. I'm not sure what he.
And he's like, this is
It's
my
just like,
notebook.
yeah,
This is Ray's notebook. This is my notebook.
could be. They each have their own notebook, and good for them. I'm actually a little surprised not to see the We're Doomed get played.
Why?
If he's below 15, it'll also have the battle damage, which has got to be a.
I don't I don't think he's below 15 though. That's the thing.
I think he's below 15 down. I don't know. I mean, Benji would know his count better than we would. I think he
Yeah.
might not be below 15, and that's where he's got to.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Benji's not the type of player to make a mess up like that.
No, I agree.
He's not a Garrett Larson.
No, he's smart enough to not be in that position. So, because yeah, he's. I mean, you're giving up the sand,
Hmm.
but I don't see an all wings combo. Like, I
Yeah.
think even with that, you might just be like, all right, fine, you're sanding me. I'm gonna add a destiny. I think you might go destiny to attrition depending on where you're at power wise.
Mm. I don't think he can. Like
Yeah, that'd be
the
the
art, the Luke in the ship.
Luke in the
What
ship
is
is a
that?
6, and
It's a
then
6. Lando doesn't add to power
yeah, so the Falcon's
unless he gets
another
battled.
7. If he gets battled
So
though, he'll add 5 to the power, so then he'd be at
with
about
the
20
yeah, but that's so much with
versus
this a
5.
lot.
Yeah, I mean he's still down 5 or 6
Yeah,
in power. Although like the thing is if you have another
he's
Lando
getting.
or something, you can
Mhm.
you can be like, hey, I will do the attrition draw because I can potentially kill 2 nouns there, which is a big deal.
It is.
Like if you
It
can blow
really
up a
is.
ship, that actually is a really big deal.
Yeah, like getting rid of
So
any of those ships there, and you got to think it's going to be. It doesn't matter either of those ships.
yeah.
It's
So
just
there's
so big.
Phil
But
spending another 5. What
Snoke,
are we playing here? Yeah, I think that might be is Snoke to
like,
cause the ping.
well, I was going to put Snoke up there as forfeit value. Then
Yep.
you reduce the. Yep, that looks like it's a
Yeah.
Snoke.
Snoke as forfeit fodder, so then you can probably
It
not lose
looks
a
like a
ship.
Brian Freded Snoke.
Brian Fred autographing cards? The heck you say? So That was actually one of the comments that was made during Brian's Hall of Fame induction. Was yeah, it's the game's already hard, and then you look across, and every card in Brian's deck is autographed in some way. Like, what are you
Well, I mean,
supposed to
that's
do
like,
here?
yeah, like it's a comment I made a couple tournaments ago where I'm like, I can actually read Brian Fred's cards. What the heck is going on here?
Because they were all new. Like,
Well,
that was
no,
what was
they
going
were
on at
It
Nationals.
was Matt Scott built
Oh,
Brian's decks and was just like, well, all the cards look shiny and new, but in turn, it was because Brian didn't
and
build his
there we
own decks.
see Vicro maybe
Cardinal,
or
Cardio. Oh
Carta.
no, that's
Okay,
Vic Roll. It doesn't. Again, doesn't matter.
random
It's just a
first
guy.
order
It's a guy.
chunked. Yeah, random first order gray body. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
so
just
there's
random first order forfeit value.
the battle. We see Benji lose the 4 from hand, and then retrieve it with Lando to add 4 to the power. And Phil's gonna take a card off sand. I mean, I feel like maybe okay. I guess you're. I can see taking the decree, but it's going to take another turn to set up. And there we see
Hmm.
Skull placing the Eope out of play to add 5 to his power.
Well, I mean, that's like I was going to
I don't.
say because I could see again with the fact that Phil has two sixes in his lost pile, he could
And
easily just put one of the lieutenant forfeit fodder out to out of play.
and what's
Oh my
no, the
gosh,
Skull
was was
was
was Benji?
Benji.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Benji's playing cards, and I'm just like, what the heck are
Yeah,
they
and
doing
then
in
he
my
did the.
deck?
I don't know what the name of that effect is that
Uh,
he's adding to his total power for
it's the
cards out of
garbage.
play.
Um, I think it's the garbage card.
The garbage will
Do.
do.
The garbage will do. It's a Destiny 5 lost center. Once per game, choose during battle, place the top card of your lost spot out of play to add its destiny number to your total
Did
power.
he play that along with the other out of play?
Yeah,
Good lord. So he actually might be okay
he's
on
actually powering
battle.
Phil.
This is. Oh, I'm loving this right now. Like
And
Phil.
Phil's like, I'm
And
going
I.
to lose to us. I'm going to lose to a. I know you might be able to say it, but Phil might not be able to say that he's lost to a
Uh,
child.
I lost to Benji online a month or so ago in the retro event, and then I did just lose to him in Cube yesterday when I mistracked something, and that ended my in person. I'm immune to
So you're.
under 13, so I'm no longer immune to less than 13, and I'm a little sad about it. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see the Destiny getting drawn. It looks
I
like
mean, Lando went
yeah,
lost. I don't
Lando
know
went
what
lost.
to.
Probably Battle Destiny
Yeah, you got
or
to
some amount of
assume
power, and then we see Phil doing some moving,
is.
and Phil's running away from like the first order deck is now running in space. I
Who knew?
did not expect that to happen in any.
That was not. That's not on my world's bingo
Yeah,
card.
that was first order running away in space was absolutely not on my.
Oh,
This is going to happen in worlds. Of course, neither was I'm going to put an Eope out of play. So, and Phil's suddenly. I mean,
Bill's
he's
not.
threatening a drain of 3 because he's got to move.
Yeah,
If he moves Kylo's shuttle over, he can get the steadfast bonus, and then he's threatening a drain of 3 because it'd be 2 at Crate and 1 at Dakar. I mean, I'll be honest. If I'm Phil, I think you just put the shuttle in the steadfast so you at least get the 2 there because steadfast has got to be alone. So, oh, he's just landing the shuttle, which I don't hate as well. Like Benji just showed
no.
again that he's got a neighbor, and as he accidentally tossed it down, like you have to worry a little bit that Benji might decide to get squirrely and go, all right, let's dance, and send everybody over and wipe Kylo and just wipe First Order off the ground and potentially stay alive.
Yeah.
So, and we see another 3PO. So Benji 3PO'd for that specific card. He knew what he was trying to
He
get
knew
there.
what it was, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's Benji. And we see the drains of 2 and then 1. Well, I saw 2 cards lost so far. Did I see it? Did I miss a third one? And we're going to see the altar on I've lost R2. He got it, and he loses no force from the there's no try. So he just loses
Yeah.
the altar, and that's not a big deal.
No, I mean, now it makes it that Luke can actually move,
So Benji is
I
now
think.
going to be bringing the fight to
I'd get up to the steadfast
First
because the
Order.
steadfast.
Like,
So the steadfast actually, because it's alone, equalizes the force
yeah,
generation.
no, you
So
move in front of Steadfast.
you got to go up to the steadfast here.
Although the downside is if you move in front of the Steadfast, if you give up the if you give up Polis Massa, moving in front of the Steadfast, you turn off Menace Fates, which means the drain
I
at Dakar is
so
now
it,
2.
but instead of losing three, you're losing two,
Yeah. So
and Benji's
it's
got to know that. And
yeah, and I
and
wonder if
and
Benji's thinking about that Padme onto the Falcon, and maybe even Yoda as a second pilot, just or as a second
well,
passenger.
Padme, I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say Padme is not
Padme's
a
not a
pilot.
pilot either, but you've got the ability. You
Yeah,
just throw them on as passengers, and
yeah.
Yoda's little
Funny
green
enough,
forfeit fodder.
you know what's funny? Back when Phil won his worlds, he played against Johnny. So if Benji wins, it's a little bit of a revenge story, and I
So there
love
we
it.
see Benji moves just the Falcon or just Luke
Yeah,
over, so he keeps Menace Fades in play and says, "I don't think you can contest me in space."
and he goes, and again, Phil goes is only doing one damage now.
Yeah, like, and I'm not sure he's wrong. Like, I'm not sure Phil. I mean, best case scenario, Phil can get full Matrix, but I don't think he's got any pilots or ships in hand to go get it.
Yeah, and
So,
the fact that Phil does not have the salt blades, like he's got the resistance sight,
yeah, the
the other crate
retrieval
sight,
is,
the retrieval's still going through for
yeah,
Benji.
Benji's keeping
Like
stuff in line, and there's the,
there's Hosnian Prime. That's huge.
yeah, you're going to see the PV on the finalizer move over there to shut off Menace
We
Fades.
might actually see the steadfast move over.
Steadfast can't make it.
Okay, so you move the steadfast to
Or
Dakar.
Steadfast goes to Dakar first.
Yeah,
Well,
and then one of
Hosey
the
and
other
Prime,
ones.
why would you move this? Steadfast, if that's Lieutenant Forfeit Fodder on there, he won't shut off Hosni and Prime anyways. You need a leader there. I think it's got to be the finalizer. Supremacy can't make it. Steadfast can't make it this turn. I think you've got to move finalizer.
No, I was going to say set. You can make the supremacy.
Supremacy can't make it. Supremacy's only hyperspeed 2. So it adds
No, it's three.
1.
It's three. It's three.
Supremacy's 2.
Read the objective.
I thought Tracked Fleet gave you a 3. I thought we've been through this a bunch of times, and you can't make it
Oh
with
well.
Supremacy.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Yeah, the First Order Navy adds 1 to the hyperspeed,
Okay.
and I think you could get it from Jakku because Jakku is a 4, but you have to play Jakku. You can't get it from
Okay.
Dakar. All of
The
the
car's a
other First
five.
Order ships can get it from Dakar. Dakar's a 5.
Okay, so it stinks because the finalizer, even though, well, actually no, because now menace fades. That's a drain plus one there still.
It'd be a drain +1 from the finalizer, although Benji could just drop resistance. Like he's got or
Yeah.
ultimatum. He's got shield pulls.
Yeah, but the
Um,
thing is, like, even though he's occupies three battlegrounds at this point, what, are you going to move Luke in front of the steadfast? I think you have to.
yeah, I think you do. That blocks that drain of 2. You get a drain of 2 at Hosien.
So it'd be drain of 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So, ugh,
So, like, yeah,
ugh.
Benji's a little
But
light
how?
on cards, which might be a problem. And now
Yeah, I
he's,
mean, he's retrieving. Like that's
yeah,
fine. With he's retrieving with Ray, which
yeah.
is what
Ooh, he's
he
only
really
got,
wants to see.
so he's got 6 cards in reserve after that, the
The
raise,
Yeah,
whatever card goes through, and maybe another 5 or so far. Like, Benji does not have a lot of cards left. Granted, he's got a bunch of cards in
no,
hand.
but at the same time, though, I feel like Phil. It's the thing. Like I don't think Phil has a ton of cards left.
Yeah. And so Phil's force pushing for something.
I don't think he is. I think he's maybe.
No, I think he's pushing. He's.
Yeah. Why did he pay two?
I think that was from earlier. Like, I
Yeah.
think he was like, "Oh, we're going through," and then it didn't.
Um,
So I'm not sure what the two. I think he was just correcting the game state.
yeah. It could be.
So after he saw Benji search and went, "Wait, this is what you search for. You don't have anything. Hold on. Now I want to force push for something." And that looks like a
Yeah.
blue card. That was, yeah, there might be his full matrix that he needs to find to have some sort of answer. Because, yeah, I think Benji's got to move. You're either moving Luke over or you're moving Han over and then moving Luke to Polis Massa. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
either way, you get a drain of 2 and then a drain of 1. Like, Phil's also doesn't have a ton of cards. And here's Benji with putting another card out of play, which is just going to fuel that interrupt even more. So I think he's deciding. Yeah, he says, "All right, pick your poison. Do I get the altar back, or do I get back the power plus? That would be +5."
Mhm.
So yeah, and Phil says, "I want the altar to go out of play." So Benji pays 1 to retrieve his 1. So with the salt flats being there and unmoved, I think that's
Here we
something.
go.
Ooh,
I don't know if I like this move because again, you're not Phil's not
Phil's
doing
thinking
anything.
about grabbing. So I think the idea is if you can take Phil off of
The ground make
the
him pay.
ground, you're now making him pay for all your drains. And there's the sorry
Oh, okay. Never mind.
on
That's
Kylo, and
big.
there's the cancel, which is okay because that's a once per turn cancel. So now you can do the battle
Yeah.
and plan to wipe him out of there. And Benji had to take another look at it and make sure, yep, you can do that whenever. So I think Benji was hoping to go bigger there, but I think actually you're still okay if you battle,
Mm.
you hit. Yeah, I'm not even sure Padme makes any difference. You don't have a. Oh, you have Anakin there. Yeah, Yoda's
Yeah.
probably slightly better. And Yoda's power 6 because there's only the 2 Jedi on table.
Yeah.
So, and there's another barrier from
Right.
Phil.
And I'm assuming that
I,
Padme.
I mean, well, you barrier Yoda, and I think, honestly, I think if you're Benji, you're fine with that. Like,
Mhm.
you've got Anakin, Ahsoka, and Rey there.
The thing is, like you.
Okay, so he's not.
So the only thing I don't like about this is this gives Phil the opportunity to move to the salt blast, which would turn
Yeah.
off Benji's retrieval. The other thing is,
Although Benji can just go get his neighbor again. And
oh, Solo. Yeah.
no, the neighbor's in his reserve. He'll just go get it with Leia. Or 3PO. Yeah, droid dude.
No. Leia's not a droid.
3PO is, though, and that's the droid. And there we
Uh,
see the resistance pop. Um, so the thing is, with Menace Fade's not in effect anymore now, he's getting drained for 2 and 2.
yeah.
Yeah, Phil doesn't have a lot of cards left. I'm not
That's what I'm
sure.
saying. I don't know. Like
I'm not
this
sure
game's
that Benji's
really
answer
close.
shouldn't have been just wipe you out on the that site, because if nothing else, with Yoda being barriered, it means he doesn't die. And so even if the site goes badly and you go, okay, well, we're fully trading, you end up with Yoda there satisfying your battle order, satisfying Menace Fades, and
Well, no,
Phil having to.
he's not satisfied in his phase.
He would be, again, that's what I'm saying, is if Benji had started the battle and just said, I'm going to hit Kylo, because you can
Yeah.
only cancel the swing once per turn, and then those other two guys don't have great forfeit, you just Battle Destiny, you're plus like 2 between Rey and Anakin there.
Yeah.
Unless he pulls the card off sand, and even if he does, then you're like, okay, I'm getting that, and then I don't know. I think I would have.
There's a lot that could have gone bad for Benji, and I think that's why he didn't do it.
Yeah, I think the not knowing the sorry was going to get canceled like that was kind of a mistake. I think
Yeah,
the sorry, he needed that sorry to go through.
he did. I'm
So,
100%
and
agree with you.
it might have been one of those where it might have been worth sorrying someone other than Kylo and just going, okay, I'm gonna
Can still cancel it. It's a
Kylo.
catalyst
Yeah,
like,
but your destiny are high enough. The other two guys might just get a I'm gonna hit him no matter what. And there we see the battle
mm,
with the full matrix and the steadfast against Luke.
yeah,
And there's the lose one from Snoke.
Snow. Yeah,
I mean, Benji, I'm not sure what else he's got here. Like, he hasn't played any of the fun stuff, and we see the barrier. Okay, so there's another
Skull,
skull out another EOP to. Oh, he's
Lando,
sculling out Lando to add 5 to power.
and Tauntaun Skull. Same thing.
Yep. Which is,
Lieutenant Forfeit Fodder.
yeah, Lieutenant Destiny 7, I think. Is Hux on table somewhere? I don't remember.
I'm assuming.
I don't think he is. I think it
I don't
was last
remember
game we saw
seeing it.
Hux.
Yeah.
And there we see a 3PO as I think he was hunting for the Ray added power with each thing out of play.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming he added a
Both
power
players draw
destiny.
4.
Yep,
Yeah,
so
and
he's
he
a
draws
4 for
a.
power destiny and then a 5 for battle destiny.
Yeah, I mean Luke's fully immune, but again, the power up there is pretty decent.
Well, I mean, you got the EOP, you've got 20-ish power.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lieutenant Forfeit or Lieutenant Six
Yeah.
almost
I
cancels
do
out.
think you might be right that Benji's a little bit behind.
I want to say it's like maybe,
Ooh,
yeah, he
okay.
loses both.
Yeah, that's going to sting.
Yeah, and the fact that like, well,
So
Phil
Phil does not
has
have
to
enough to move
lose.
away, though.
Yeah, but Phil has to lose here though.
Yeah, somebody's got to die on Phil's side to the 5. Yeah,
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 okay, the
Phil's
full
losing the
nation.
full
Yeah,
matrix. That makes
you lose the
sense.
full matrix there because the steadfast equalizes the stuff, and yeah, he's
Yeah,
there's the move over.
and he did have enough to move everybody, and
And
Benji follows with. Now, the problem with following with Ray, or with Jin,
Jen.
yeah, she's blocking the drain, but you can't drain with the Falcon right now, and you can't retrieve.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and Benji
yeah, because Luke's was the one that
might have
was limiting the.
lost count for trying to go get his.
Oh, yeah, they're still playing it out.
Yeah, and Benji changing up a little bit what he was doing, so still gonna get the drain of 2 off. Like,
Yeah, I think yeah. There's goes
and
the
there went the
decree.
decree. I'm a
Force
little surprised. Well, I guess the decree doesn't matter because
decree doesn't matter.
they're both drains of 2 anyways, and he's got ultimatum in play. Um,
Mhm.
I'm a little surprised we didn't see a We're Doomed last turn. There's no way Benji's got more than 15 down.
No, and I think he's saving it. The
Yeah,
fact though that you got to think though that Phil has. Is he trying to retrieve?
yeah, I don't know why. Well, so the retrieval's canceled, but he can still force a card
Yeah.
out of play.
Okay. Okay. Which makes sense. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Um.
Phil's like, no, I want this one of those 2 cards. I get to choose.
Yeah.
That seems like something I would do.
Oh,
Like, I don't care what
100%.
happens. I'm going to stop you from doing that.
Yeah, that's a Garrett Larson move
That that
if
that
I've ever
is
seen
that would
one.
be 110% me doing that. So we see five. Okay, so it's just four to move everyone over, and then move the Falcon. I mean, I don't hate moving the Falcon in front there. Like, I don't love it, but you got to do something.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can solo. There's the Nabe run, which might be real good.
But
So,
again, the Kylo effect comes into play again.
so Phil's got 13 cards down total because he just activated all 13, and there's a drain of
Hmm.
two.
Well, it's going to be 2 and 2.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Benji's
Benji's,
right around, I'd say, 14 in Light
and
Force
he
before the
loses the
drains.
Nabe run, and then he plays the We're Doomed, and Phil snap grabs that, which makes
Oh,
sense.
100%.
Like, if you're playing a Chew, assume they play We're Doomed. And so,
Whiteboarder, we're doomed.
and it's a round down, as I say. It's a drain of three, but it's rounded down, so it's
Turn on one.
turns it into a drain of one. Like, I expect Phil's just going to be walking away. Like, at this point,
Mhm.
you might even just
Phil
let
is
the
out.
Falcon be there as well. Like, or
I
you
was going
just,
to say, Phil right now is out damaging Benji.
yeah,
And unfortunately, with the Falcon, okay, there's Vic roll to add some forfeit fodder.
yeah. Vickrell forfeits for seven, so you can just be like, okay, he's here.
Yeah,
Oh, and there we see the Supremacy moving
yeah,
over
he moves.
to Polis Massa, or
And
the Steadfast moving to Polis Massa,
so
and
the Steadfast
Supremacy
moves over. Yeah,
moves back.
which it's a drain. Now, what's interesting is that's a drain -1,
Yep, but it's
but
still plus one from
well,
the two
it's
dudes.
yeah, it's +1. Then it's -1, and then the Steadfast equalizes it. So a
But the
drain of 2.
Steadfast equalized the icon, so it's a drain of two plus one and minus one. So it's always a drain of two.
Yeah, yeah.
So, or
That's what I was thinking.
Does Steadfast equalize the icons? I thought Steadfast might only be at episode seven systems.
I know it has to be alone.
Steadfast, well, alone at an episode seven system.
Okay. And
So he
I
gets nothing out of Polis Massa. Benji is going to get to retrieve one here this turn. And yeah, Phil lets him get back the sorry, which is an easy choice. So there's no reason to give him back the Nabe run.
the neighbor.
So does Benji
Four,
have
2, 4, 5,
anyone
6,
in
7, 8, 12,
like
14. He's got 14 left in his life force.
okay? So he's
Plus,
slightly ahead of
yeah,
Phil in terms of total life force, but Phil's got a lot more. And there we see the move to Hosey and Prime.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either because also Phil can't follow. Like
Mhm.
Phil might actually have to run from Hosey in here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to give up drain of
Well, I mean, who's on the
two,
Falcon? Is it
one, two. Solo.
okay? So, but with Captain Peavy, if he has
He's
an
immune to less
admiral,
than 10.
yes, he's immune less than 10, but Peavy's also an admiral, so he's got a command he can add a destiny. I
Yeah,
mean, the Falcon's only immune less than 4.
yeah. It's
So I think if you're Phil, I think you battle here. Like I think you have to.
yeah. I don't think you can just let it go,
No. Mm-mm.
but it's
Like I think you have to battle, and I think at that point it's just like, okay,
yeah. I'm not sure what else Phil is. And there's a random pilot just to random forfeit fodder. Not even a pilot. This is a first order trooper. You're like, I don't care. He can be there. Um, Is Phil moving? Like, Supremacy can't get there. What are you?
No.
Yep, so he's moving Supremacy to
So he didn't
crate.
fight versus the Han and the Falcon.
Nope, which I don't hate. And then he's moving them there.
I kind of do.
And he's shuttling a guy up onto, so he's
Make it a
make it
train
a
plus
drain
one
of two.
there.
Yep, he's just trying to
Yeah.
maximize. You're trying to maximize damage.
Yeah. I
So
mean, right now he's starting six.
adding the pilot to the finalizer, I think, is the right play. Like,
I'm not
Benji can't
disagreeing.
clear it, and that's going to be the killer. So there's the drain
Yes.
of
Yeah.
two. Benji says, "All right, pick one." Like, it's really going to be, does Benji have anything else he can do to run this out? Like, he can solo a card from Lost Pile to play it, which should add another out of play
Yeah.
in there. Like, but you're right, he's only immune to less than four. If Phil's got a command, this could be
So, and
dead
like I said,
Falcon pretty quick.
Phil's draining six.
Although
Even
we
if he
could
moves,
see just Ben solo. He has Ben in hand. Like, I could
yeah,
see
and that's what I'm
Ben.
saying. I think that's what he has to do is he has to put some more forfeit up there just to keep Solo alive.
Yep.
And
I also wouldn't hate if he decides to move in and annoy that ground drain, leaving Yoda, and just move Rey, Anakin, and Ahsoka.
like I think he needed to activate everything
All
unless
right,
he
and he just
can't.
picked some up, so I don't. Phil's only got like 6 or 7 cards left, but I think Benji might be behind in that race.
Oh, yeah, he's losing 6-2.
Yeah, Phil doesn't have enough. There's the Hux,
Hi
and
Hux. Hi Hugs.
Phil grabs a card, which is fine, and
Yeah,
there's the
battle.
battle, and he's got the Tauntaun Skull in hand.
There goes Lieutenant Six. Seven.
Now, curiously, with the I don't remember what that raised card is called. Is that all cards out of play or just your cards out of play? I
Uh
don't remember what the card is called.
and
There's a
he draws
he
a
drew a
three.
two, I think. Yeah, it's a three. So Benji is immune, but yeah, there goes Han.
I think it's my parents were strong. Or no,
Yeah, I
that's
don't
the
think
other
it
one.
matters. Han's dead, so he's off of space now.
So he has to pay. But like you said, I mean, he has Ben Solo, who I believe is a pilot.
Yeah, but you're not throwing Ben against just that. Like,
No, then you run to the car or whatever
there
that
we
site
see
is.
the shuttle down,
Yeah, and
and
he couldn't move. He doesn't move Jin. I don't
okay, and time was just called.
on Benji's
So
turn.
on Phil's turn. It's Phil's turn right now.
Okay, so Benji
So
does get a
Benji
turn.
will get a turn, but I don't think he can do anything. Like, Benji's causing 0 damage. I
He's not,
think
yeah, yeah.
I think Phil's got it.
It's if Benji just well the thing is if Benji doesn't need to do damage as long as he's putting cards back into his deck. I think he's ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ahead or not. I was a little surprised, or he did. So there, he's putting a card back with Rey. Like, he doesn't have any damage he can do. I think he's just figuring out since he
So
got
I
to
mean
look.
he can so he's going to be able to 3PO.
Yep. All right.
But
So
we
we
have a
see it.
handshake, but I don't know who
Handshake.
won.
I'm not sure who won though. Yeah. I'm. So Benji's got 7 down. How many did Phil have down? I think it might be the same.
Then it goes to Lost House. Oh gosh, Phil's like, oh man, are you kidding me? But side note, this same situation happened to Phil and I back in Indianapolis at the Eclipse event a couple of years ago, and it went to so we tied on uh, deck size at the end. We tied on Lost Piles. It went to the third tiebreaker, which what is it?
Um, isn't it a coin flip or something?
It is.
So I'm just checking with Chris to see who won this game because I'm not sure. Like, it was real close and it was tough to see. So we will get you who
Yeah.
won. Chris has not been informed of who won yet. So we will let you know who won, and then yeah, it's going to be a lunch break here for a
I
little
believe
while.
no, it's not going to be a lunch break.
Uh,
We will not be having a lunch break after this one.
I thought we were doing a lunch break after game three.
That's not what Chris said.
All right, well then that'd be something different.
Well, I
So
mean, it is only 1:30
Phil won
out
his
there.
second game on Lost Piles. So hold on just a second here.
Oh my gosh. Why, Phil? Why are you going to time?
What's up? I think we're playing one more round, then doing lunch. Oh, okay. All right, I guess we're doing one more round and then lunch. So I need to go grab some water real quick. So I will be
No.
back.
Okay. And we're going to keep the stream going really quick, just because, again, because time was called on that last round. Big thank you to the all of our volunteers for the event. Again, Chris Schoenthal for running it, obviously. Charles Hickey for taking pictures, videos, and everything for that. Why? Robbie, Brandon for setting up the stream. Garrett, obviously, for doing the stream. Chris Werfs for putting this all together today. He has worked tirelessly to get the event running up in Seattle and everything. Mike Kessling for doing all the prizes as well as the squadron games, if you guys are following along with that as well. Uh, Trying to think of anybody else I'm missing. Everybody else. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. But big thank you to all. Oh, Sam for running his stream as well. Don't worry about me, Chad. And it looks like uh, on Sam's stream, if you guys are following along with his, he actually has audio live. So big thank you to that. Uh, Funny little tidbit. In a game against Profit, Justin Miyashiro was able to overload Han, causing, and again, he was playing against Profit. So overloading Han makes Han goes lost, and that's not good against Profit. Okay, so we are waiting for pairings for game number four. According to Chris Schoenthal, after game four, or they are going to be taking a lunch. It is going to be later in the day. Obviously, not after this round. So, but like I said, right now we are just waiting to see our what our pairings for round number four are. And then once we have those pairings, we'll bring you round four of the Star Wars CCG World Championships, coming to you live from the great Emerald City of Seattle, Washington. As we see that Garrett Larson has returned after giving himself some water. Okay. Oh, he was already on stream. That stinks. Uh, okay, everyone. So apparently there is going to be a lunch break after round four.